my name is Quincy. I am one of the certified veterinary technicians and managers here at Healthy Paws Veterinary Clinic. And on today's episode of my Quincy's Corner video series, I am going to be talking about feline heartworm disease. So feline heartworm disease is not something that we normally talk about or commonly talk about, I should say. But I do think that conversation is starting to open up a little bit more with the more diagnostics and yearly blood work and things like that that we are performing on our feline patients. If you have a dog in your household, you're used to giving them their monthly heartworm preventative, and you're used to us having the conversation of the annual heartworm test each year. So I think that people who have dogs are maybe a little bit more familiar with the transmission of heartworm disease. And when it comes to the transmission of heartworm disease in dogs or cats, it is still the same. So the mosquito is still the culprit of transmitting the disease. And that works by the mosquito is taking a blood meal and it is transmitting the larvae from its body into the bloodstream of the host, so of the dog or the cat. Cats are not natural hosts of heartworm disease, which is a big factor in why we do not see it commonly. They do not thrive as well, and they do not create illness as much in cats as they do in dogs. So it's not something that is common, but still something that we have to be aware of. When it comes to testing for heartworm disease, we do that similar to how we do heartworm testing in dogs, so collecting a small blood sample and running that test in the clinic. As I talked about in an earlier video of our feline leukemia, feline immunodeficiency virus testing, it requires about 3 drops of blood. And most commonly, we do have a test that will test for all 3 of those diseases. So feline immunodeficiency virus, feline leukemia, as well as feline heartworm. And that is really where we're finding if a cat is positive for heartworm disease. Now, treatment plans for feline heartworm disease can kind of vary. So, that is not something that there is a set standard for, and, that would be based on a patient-to-patient basis. However, if you are here with your kitten and they are only, just starting out in life, what we would like to do then is prevent heartworm disease. And we have talked about our intestinal parasites, we talk about our ear mites and those kind of things that can happen in our kittens. And the good news is that there's a pretty easy preventative option out there to protect against a variety of things. Revolution Plus is one of the preventatives that we carry at the clinic, and that is pretty easy to apply. So it's not an oral medication. We all know how easy it is to give oral medications to cats. It's a topical medication that you apply once a month between their shoulder blades, and that will protect against things like fleas, ticks, heartworm. It also protects against some intestinal parasites and ear mites. So it is a great product. And while we don't have a ton of research available on feline heartworm disease, it's important that if we know there's a preventative option for it, that we are taking every step we can to prevent our cats from potentially acquiring this in the future. As always, if you do have any questions regarding feline heartworm disease, feel free to ask us further in depth at one of your kitten visits. Feel free to give the clinic a call or feel free to send an email. Thank you.